we're going to go over here, and I need to just do this for the sake of myself before I explode, and a little bit of that is selfishness, because part of it is about me, but it's about me because I don't... I don't know what to do. And what I mean by I don't know what to do is that there's nothing I can do. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. So, if you don't know or don't aware, if you're not aware, there is a outcry, which is this right here, which is Free Palestine. And if you haven't seen it, there are hordes of innocent people and children being massacred right now. And like literally right now, as I'm talking. And there's nothing I can do. And the people that could do something are doing nothing at all. And in some cases, they're ignoring it. And in other cases, they're encouraging it. And it makes me hate the world. It makes me hate the world a lot. And it's for stupid, bullshit, selfish, greedy, racist reasons that these things happen everywhere, all the time. And it sucks. And I'm going to talk about me for a moment, because I don't even know how to talk about this, but it's something that I constantly struggle with personally, because I don't know what to do. I'm a cisgendered, heterosexual white man, okay? So already with that, the world was set up in my favor due to people like me setting it up in my favor before I was born. Not only that, I got to be a cis-het white man in America. I rolled those dice real well when I didn't even have a chance to roll them. And I am 28 years old. And in that time, I have now managed to purchase my own home in a decent and safe neighborhood. I have a decent job, although I'm not even considered middle class because of just how large the wealth gap has become. In fact, I make just a little bit more money than what minimum wage should be if it kept up with whatever metric of inflation or growth or anything that you wanted to consider it. But regardless, though, right now, I am in a position where if I wanted to, I could live the American dream. I have a good job, gives me benefits, healthcare, retirement. I have a house, I have a family. And largely, if I wanted to only focus on that thing, I could go about my life basically without a care in the world. I could live in such a way that I could ignore politics and world events and live out a life of ignorant bliss. But I'm not a person that can do that. And being in my position now, all it has done, all that's happened over the last year, has just made me angrier. Angry at everything. Angry at the world. Because I want other people around the world to get to even have the opportunity to have what I have. And I know that everywhere, the majority of people don't. And I see these things that suck. We can look at things over the last world, like with like all of the debate over like the pandemic or Black Lives Matter or Stop Asian Hate or the political movements to like gut unemployment or Medicare or health benefits, or we can look at the atrocities that are happening like in Israel and Palestine or Syria or Yemen or just anywhere in the world. And there's like nothing that I can do about it besides just yell. Besides be upset. Because largely I'm like powerless to do anything about it. But it makes me so sad and so mad because we live in such a world that there is more than enough resources, enough power, enough money, enough food that no one in the world should have to struggle. But because of things like bureaucratic nonsense, greed, racism, those things don't happen. The people that have the power to change something willingly choose to do nothing or willingly encourage these things to happen. And unfortunately, there's a bunch of people that support those people, and that sucks. But right now, and for quite some time, there's been an area called the Gaza Strip, which has basically been an open-air prison where a very large portion of the Palestinian population has been barricaded within the Gaza Strip. The Israeli government has been monitoring everything that goes in and comes out of the Gaza Strip to the point that you're basically not able to enter or leave. And when I mean monitoring, I mean they have literally been monitoring the number of calories that enters into the Gaza Strip. And Israeli officials have even admitted to doing this for the sake of causing suffering within the area, to make sure that while those people are not starving to death, they are starving. And this oppression has continued to lead to more and more desperate behavior by the Palestinians, which is understandable. Trying to survive, trying to get out from under the militaristic heel of the Israeli government. And today, with the backing of the United States, with its funding and its support of the United States of America's president, Joe Biden, they moved military ground forces in and started just taking the Gaza Strip because they want it. Because the Zionists don't want the Palestinians to exist. And so they're removing them. And that's awful. And it could have been avoided, but it wasn't, because people didn't want to avoid it. And I hate it. I know that there is good in this world. I know there is good in people. I want to see and believe in the positive hopes and dreams of the individual, but people suck. And we are failing ourselves out of selfishness, out of blindness. And it sucks. But as much as this just constantly causes me to be in a permanent state of like anxiety and like a tornado of emotions, because there's so much that I would love to be able to do, but I don't even know what I can do. And I honestly know that there's nothing that I actually can do. Not really. Not besides this right now, which is yell, be angry, and continue to be angry, and to not ignore it. But I also have to not let it consume me, which is why now that I have spoken, I'm going to go play a video game and allow myself to be distracted by something and allow myself that luxury of getting to be distracted by something. So, to anyone that might see this, please be good to one another. Please. All right.